What's up, guys, and welcome back to my winter car. If you're enjoying this series, make sure to leave a like on the video. It would be greatly appreciated. If the previous episode seemed like it was a little bit shorter than usual, I'm really sorry about that. I'm recording this one almost immediately after that one because when you guys see this, yesterday would have been my birthday. So I'm trying to work ahead just a little bit. That way I can take just one measly day off. Now, in the previous episode, I felt like we made a lot of really good progress, right? I mean, we've got nearly an entire engine assembled. We're still needing a couple of parts for this thing, two of which should have hopefully arrived at Psk by now, so we'll be making our way out there shortly. But off camera, I feel like I need to mention this every time something happens off camera. I did, of course, do another firewood delivery, so we've got that out of the way. And then I decided to take a chance on a couple of these undisclosed parts advertisements, you know, the ones that don't really specify what's gonna be in the box. I only ordered 3 boxes. I probably should have ordered more, but we don't exactly have a ton of money at our disposal. So let's hop in the sorbet, and we're actually gonna make a little pit stop over at the landfill to hopefully get some of those parts that fell through the map on us. We have arrived here at the landfill. Last time we were here was for a taxi job, and the time before that, it was summer. Back then, this used to be the spot for, we'll call it the lost and found, right? If anything ever fell through the map, this is where it would most likely end up at. Oh yeah, we've still got the couch here too. A lot of you were asking me to bring the couch into Futu Phone back when we were employed there. If you haven't watched the previous episodes, we're not anymore. I guess you can kind of sleep through your shift. I didn't really like the sound of that idea, but let's see what we've got here. Not very good condition doors, I would say. And it's weird that that's all that's here. Those are the only things that ended up falling through the map on us. I do like the baby blue interior door card on this, but I think our doors currently are a little bit better. You know, they've got that cool, like, hazard caution tape sort of trim on them. I'll bring these back. We can get some good scrap money for these later on. But I was sort of hoping for a little bit more than just 2 doors. It'd be like that. So, we're gonna hop back in the good old sorbet and make our way over to Psk. You've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. I think this machine just ate 100 of my marks. I put in 100 marks like normal, walked over, opened my fuel door, undid my fuel cap, and came back. It told me to take my money, but it didn't give me my money back. So we're gonna try this again. Okay, cool. Well, we're out of 100 marks. That kind of sucks. I know you have to be really careful too to not walk too far away from the pump, because especially after you do cash, if you walk too far, the nozzle will disappear from your hand, and then you really won't get your 100 marks back. Ask me how I know. I found out the hard way and didn't include it in an episode because I was too embarrassed. Straight up. Oh, and we didn't even use all 100 of the marks. It's fine. It's fine. Marjorie! So good to see you again. Yeah, I know. It feels like I was just here, for real. 720 marks and another 720 marks. Thank you so much. I'm gonna put those in my car, but first, I think I'm gonna have to order a burger. I didn't realize how bad our problem or our thirst had gotten. Now we just gotta wait for Dude Bro to get to the counter. All right, bud, what's the hold up here? What's taking so long? You're not even doing anything. Come on. Hey, hi. Yeah, you certainly can. I'm gonna go with the cheapest one, because I'm a bit of a brokey. I don't know if you knew that. He doesn't care. Got the packages all loaded up. Looks like he's putting our burger on the tray. Thank you so much. I gotta be careful about this because the saltiness could increase our thirst, and actually kill us. So there we go. Okay, we're good. I would like to check on our bank accounts while we're here. Input pin 1 2 3 4. You guys know the deal. I'm sorry, what? I genuinely thought that we were a brokey. I mean, I just told the guy that we were a brokey. How do we have 11 grand in the bank account? What's this one? I'm just using Google Translate on my phone, not a sponsor. Palka, I don't know if that's how you say that. That translates to pay in English. We did get fired, but I guess doing all that overtime, putting in all that overtime, kind of paid off. 3,700 marks for payment. Who knows? I mean, this doesn't go much further back, but who knows how long we've been receiving paychecks for. That's kind of amazing. We could withdraw some money, but I mean, when we come back to pick up our packages, if we need more money, we can obviously just do that then. So we're gonna take these 2 doors and these 2 packages back to our parents' house. Or you know what? While we're here, I need to stay focused. I know, I really need to, but since we're in town, I would kind of like to check in here at the flea market.
Tervetuloa kirpparille löytämään aarteita.
Just to see if we've sold anything. Does this even work? There she goes about the windshield cleaning fluid again. Okay, well, we'll try again another time. All right, I've got those 2 doors added to our scrap pile, so let's crack these suckers on open. Our other 3 packages probably won't be arriving until late tomorrow or like maybe early Saturday, if I had to guess. Ooh. Yo, this is that dark green color that I was wanting to respray our car, but unfortunately, I think that's a Fleetari only option. Kind of sick, but we do sort of already have this bumper. So to the scrap heap with you. And then this is one of the things that I was expecting to receive here, and that is our exhaust muffler. So with this, and we're gonna use the long one, not the short one, and then this guy, we have a full exhaust system now, which is excellent. Another GT steering wheel, another distributor, another oil pump, and then another carburetor. All of that is just gonna get hucked in the scrap pile. I've learned my lesson now, though, and I'm gonna hold the box when we open them. I already see the other thing that I was expecting. A fan. I'm just gonna peek on through the door there so we don't have to open it. Chuck it on the ground. I think all the rest of this stuff is stuff that we've already acquired. Why can't I pick up the alternator? There we go. Another brake master cylinder with a booster on it. I guess that's cool. Lower control arm, and then another brake master cylinder. All right. Before we go ahead and call it a night, you guys have been telling me that I need to use the TV to try to figure out what the scrap price is. Why is this so loud? Can I turn this down somehow? Hang on. It's just on or off. How the heck does the TV remote work? I totally forgot about Topless Gun. Obviously, that's the nickname of the developer, but I totally forgot about this video in particular. It's so good, and I don't even know what the heck they're saying. All right, TV remote seems to only change. Yeah, even scroll wheel. Well, nope, scroll wheel doesn't do it. Okay. I'm gonna have to just bear with me, okay? I know it's really loud, but I'm gonna try to translate this. Sport, culture, free time. There's gotta be a way. There's gotta be a way to use the TV remote. Oh. Okay, well, I just took our top off. I can't figure it out. I've tried just about everything now. What the heck is this? Okay, yeah, it's time for bed. I tried to look this up last night while we were snoozing, and it seems like you're able to use your numpad to input the channel numbers, which, of course, I don't have. What the... This is a different channel entirely. Is this it? Dude. Oh. Okay, using Google Translate, once again, not a sponsor. This is not at all what I thought it was. Down towards the middle, it says, for all women over 30, a gentle massage tomorrow. Any girls? Question mark? And then at the bottom left, there's a number and it says 5 marks per message or per minute or something. That's a hotline we do not want to get in contact with. How do I change this dang channel? Anyways, let's get a little bit of work done here on the revettes. Oh no, you know what I just realized? I think we still need the water pump pulley in order to mount the fan. Which is a huge, huge upset, but we should be able to respray this. That looks better. That looks better. I'm slightly happier now, but still pretty upset. What about the transmission stuff? Maybe we can get a bit of a head start on some of these things. So we've got the rear plates, which should go on. Oh, should go on. I'm gonna have to scoot this back, aren't I? Before we do the flywheel, which is 6 12mm bolts. Thankfully, now that we have it on the engine crane, this is going to be a little bit easier for us. I wouldn't mind trying to respray some of the clutch components too. Not all of them, but like the outermost cover. I feel like that would look kind of cool if we could maybe change the color of that a little bit. So let's try that next. I'm talking about this guy. The clutch cover plates. Red, of course, because maybe it'll go like 5% faster if it's resprayed red. That looks really cool. That looks really, really cool. We do still have to mount quite a few more things, though, before we can install that. So it should go clutch disc next. I'm pretty sure. Or not. Is there like a clutch alignment tool that we're missing or something? Or maybe these things have to be installed inside the transmission, but in reverse order? Wait, no, I think I remember. They have to be assembled off of the rest of everything. You know what I'm trying to say? And then this guy, there it is. Okay, so now that they're one unit, we should be able to just toss this whole thing on there. Nice. All right, and then those bolts are 8mm bolts. And now this is ready to be mated to the transmission. But I want to see if we're able to mount the transmission, like underneath the vehicle. So let's try this. We might also have to get that brace in first. I suppose that makes a little bit more sense. That's kind of how it's looking. No. That's looking like a big old NO on that one. So that means that we probably have to have the engine inside of the bay prior to installing the transmission. But like we learned last time, we're most likely going to have to remove the hood to get that in there. So I think it was an 8 or maybe a 9 for these. It's probably an 8. It's a 7. It's a 7. I was almost there. I almost had it. Didn't even need the cheat sheet for that one. I think we're in a good spot. Aren't gonna know until we just start lowering it down. Okay, little too far back. So we'll slide it back forward a little bit. It's a good thing we don't have that radiator in right now. Otherwise, we'd totally be denting that thing all up. We've just got to wait until we get it in just the right spot. All right, that's a little too low. So right around here. And then we're going to use our hoist and just kind of move it around a little bit, you know? Wait until we hear something. But I'm not hearing anything. This is super scary. Okay, those are the engine mounts right there. My little cheat sheet doesn't tell me what size those nuts are. Looks like we need to go back a little bit and up slightly. So we're trying to line this mount up with that bushing right there. So back a little bit further. Height seems good though. Somewhere around here. Oh, it's so close. It's so close. Down just a tad. Like right around there, I think. There it is. Okay, there's no sound. I thought it was gonna be like when we started using the hoist. You know, there was that little ting sort of sound. It doesn't seem to be the case here. Let's try a 14. See if we can get a 14 to work. Ooh, I don't see a nut on that side. We've got one over here. It's not a 14. It's not a 15. I'm gonna be here all day. It's a 12. Alrighty. So now that we've got one side in, the other one, I'm assuming, should have shown up as well. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got our engine sitting inside the engine bay. What an incredible feeling. Okay, now I need to try to remember what size the crane hardware was. It's a 10, but the nut on this side is really difficult to find. Okay, there we go, there we go. Whereas this other one, for whatever reason, is much more accessible. Just kind of out in the open. Okay, now that we've heard that sound, we can lift her on out of there. Let's freaking go, dude. I could really use a little smoke after that one. But that looks pretty good in there. It's not like a big, you know, massive V8 engine or anything super crazy, but it's an engine in our project car, in our winter car, if you will. And that feels pretty dang good. Maybe now we can install the transmission, right? Okay, so we're gonna want to take that cross brace out of there. How about now? Surely it's gotta work now. There it is. I was getting nervous. I was getting real nervous. All right, now what size are those? It's looking like that'll be an 11. There's 6 11 mils on the gearbox. I want to see if I can get this put up there. Nope. Not quite yet. Oh. Just gotta flip her around. Sometimes that's all it takes. I wanted to do this first because I kind of already have the 14 mil socket. And then, yeah, just some 6s? Is that what I just said? No, 6 11s. My God. Now for the starter, that's going to be 1 6 and 3 8s. So we've got the 3 8s around the outside here. And then the 1 6 is... Oh, you know what? That's probably for wiring. I bet we can see it a little bit better from up top. Yeah, it's probably that guy right yonder. So we'll wait on that until we're, you know, at the point of doing wiring. Gotta go take care of our stats really quick, and then we'll try to get our clutch cable and gear selector installed. I think the clutch cable just sort of pops on somewhere. Oh, right there. What the heck is that? Of course, the cheat sheet doesn't mention that one whatsoever. It's probably a 10 or maybe a 9 or something. Okay, it's not a 10. I love playing this game. It's like a game within the game, you know? So much fun. It's a 7. You heard it here first, ladies and gents. It's a 7. There's probably... Oh, that's also a 7. And that's also a 7. Right, the brake lines. I kind of didn't finish all of these. Granted, this cheat sheet hasn't been very reliable. If I remember right, it was trying to tell me that there's like 9 7mm nuts on the brake lines. Let me just make sure that there's not another nut or bolt on the top side of the clutch line. Nope, looks like that just sort of pops onto the clutch pedal. Okay, cool. So we're done with transmission stuff, I think. No, we're not. No, we're not. I just lied to myself. We still got to put the gear lever in. So that's gonna go right there. And that, once again, isn't on the cheat sheet. You know what? Maybe it's in just a different spot. Nope. I don't see it. It might not have any hardware whatsoever. If it pops off that easy, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one. Well, the wiki claims that it's hand tightened. So I guess we should probably head up topside and try that. Hand tightened, you say? How? Oh, you know what? It's not giving me the option to remove it now. So I guess that works. Okay. I think the last thing that we can really mount up today is going to be this ignition coil, which I wasn't able to find a spot for last time. But I'm fairly... Oh, what the heck am I stuck on? I'm fairly confident that it's supposed to go in the engine bay somewhere. Oh. Just have to figure out where, and there it is. So we've got 2 8mm, one on either side of this. And that goes directly smack dab into the center of our distributor, which we still need to clock and sort of twist around a little bit, and then same thing with our alternator, but we still need the other components before we can even really do that. Is our battery like toast then? Yeah, this one's probably toast, so we're likely gonna have to purchase another one of those. I'm gonna get our hood bolted back on, and then we're gonna head inside and make a couple of calls, because since it's Friday, that means there should be a new edition available of the Classifieds magazine. We still need a driver's side headlight, rear seat bench, power brake lines maybe, but more importantly, a crank pulley and a water pump pulley. So I'm gonna see if anyone is specifically listing those items. Water pulley, right here, 340 marks. That's honestly not that expensive, but we are gonna be sort of waiting around a little while to receive this thing, unfortunately. 418. Do I really need to pay my phone bill? Yep. There it is, 134 marks. And the electric company again as well, 178 marks. There it is. Alrighty. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing any of those other parts that we still need listed in here, but we're still expecting those other 3 boxes, which might have shown up by now. It is late Friday night. It's either going to happen tonight or early tomorrow morning, so we might as well go have a look. We've already gotten extremely lucky with these packages just because Marguerite had them ready for us at all. I really wasn't expecting to be able to pick these up until tomorrow morning. So I'm not expecting us to get super lucky with them, but you never know. Here's the last one. Let's see what we've got. And we can go through all of it. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of stuff that we, again, already have. Driver's side seats, water pump pulley. Dude, let's freaking go. Okay, that's going in the garage straight away. What else do we have here? Bottom cover, we've got 2 boot lids. Are they even cool? No, that's like a standard one. This one has like some moss on it. Oh, that's a GT boot lid. That's like what we have, just painted a little bit different. It's kind of cool. And then a piston. We don't need that sucker where we're going. An orange parcel shelf? Okay. I was unaware that they came in multiple colors. We've seen a tan one and a black one. I kind of figured that that was it. 2 steering racks, both steering rack 26. I haven't even seen the standard like non-GT steering rack yet. These are the only ones that we've ever got. Another flywheel. There's a chance, there's a very slim chance that this is that other driver's side headlight that we've been looking for. Handbrake lever, don't need. Rear upper control arm, don't need. I'm going to put that more off to the side so I don't accidentally put it in the scrap pile. We've got a bumper. I haven't seen this one before either. And what else? Another grill, junk, trash, another orange, or maybe that's supposed to be red. Looks more orange to me. Parcel shelf. We've got a steering wheel, GT steering wheel. A clutch disc, already got one of those, already installed. And the crankshaft pulley, dude. This is incredible. Wait. So this means, if that is a driver's side headlight, all that we're missing is a rear seat bench, and then the power brake lines, maybe, like I keep saying, if we really want to go that route. Oh, and there was a rocker in here I didn't even see until just now. Another boot lid, and another exhaust pipe rear. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about the exhaust. We could have installed that, and like the drive shaft, and the radiator. Okay, we've still got more work to do, but the first thing I want to check on is whether or not, I should probably shut off the sorbet too. I want to see whether or not that's a driver's side headlight. Uh-oh. We're getting a little sleepy. Okay, we're going to have to be quick about this. It's so crazy that we got a water pump pulley from those random boxes, those random orders. I literally just ordered another box because it specifically said that it had a water pump pulley. And now we probably don't even need that box. I don't know, maybe it'll have something else in it, I guess. But we need a 9mm, I think, for the grill. That way we can pop this sucker off. And then we'll be able to try to install that headlight. Dude, I'm really crossing my fingers that that's the right one. Again, it's not something we need in order to drive the car, but we will need it in order to pass inspection. Oh my goodness. Okay, 8mm? 7mm. What size are you? I'm so tired. I'm too tired for this right now. Maybe a 10. It's a 9. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a 9. You've probably been screaming at your TV or your monitor or your phone or whatever you're watching this on. I figured it out. Don't worry. I got there eventually. Okay, and then back to... Wait, we already have the 9. Didn't I try... Okay, whatever. Again, we don't have time for this. I swear I tried a 9 initially, but maybe not. Okay. Both headlights installed. Unfortunately, we are too tired, so we're going to have to try to install those 2 bad boy billies come tomorrow morning. But I'm feeling really, really good about things right about now.
The next morning.
Crankshaft pulley first. That's going to be one 13mm bolt. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to get all this stuff installed just because now it's actually in the engine bay. Oh no, that might need to get timed as well. I don't see any timing marks. Let me rotate her around a little bit. I might have to grab that dang flashlight just so I can kind of see a little bit better in here. Flashlight doesn't have batteries. Of course it doesn't. Well, I can remove the grill and maybe the bumper. Or let me try just pushing the vehicle forward a tad. Well, that didn't help at all, but I really don't see any timing marks on this, so maybe it's okay? I feel like it's probably not okay, but we'll worry about that later. That's tomorrow's problem, right? Now we can do our water pump pulley, and that is 4 8mm bolts. Well, yeah, let's do the belt first, and then we'll chuck the fan on. So belt's got to go right there. And we have to apply tension We're like using the alternator as a sort of tensioner. But if I remember right from my summer car, we just have to kind of get it to idle and then mess with this. Once we stop hearing the squeak, then we know we're in the right spot. So I will just leave this untightened for the time being. That's probably a mistake, actually. Let's grab the screwdriver and we'll just hope for the best. I mean, it's probably gonna squeak. Uh-oh. The bolts for the water pump pulley have to go through the fan as well. That's my guess at this point anyways. So 8 mil. Make sure we're on a loosening mode. We'll get all 4 of these undone. And then we'll just see if we couldn't slip the fan on top of them. Maybe. There it is. Okay, lean back in here. Too close. And we can get them tightened up. There it is, ladies and gents. There it is. It feels so good to have the entire engine completely assembled. Of course, we do still have a little bit more work ahead of us, right? We've got to finish the whole exhaust system. We've got to do the radiator. I forgot to get a new battery when we were at PSC earlier. We've got to get the headlight bulbs in, all the fluids, and the wiring mess as well. We've got to start to get this thing all wired up. Unfortunately, I have been going at this for way too long for today, so we're going to have to do all of that stuff next time. But once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.